What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with the breakfast menu served by No House Advantage. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then head yourself over to No House Advantage, whether it's NBA, MLB, NFL, PGA, tons of different contests for you. You can use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get a $20 instant match deposit bonus on that first deposit. You can't beat it. That's free money. Who wouldn't want free money? You know what else is free money? Watching our video, because we're cooking so far. In particular, I am quite a bit out in front. We just finished up our first week of bets, and it's going pretty well for me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, everything you said was pretty true, except way out ahead. That is fake news. Let's go to the actual standings. We did a week of bets. We are tracking this because we want to have some fun with it. You are up. You are 5-2. You are up 2.8 units, which is all that really matters. The win-loss is irrelevant because that's right where the juice comes in. I am 6-3. I am also up, but 1.3 units. So let's not declare you the champ just yet. It's a small sample. It's not a runaway, but good start for the show. Total plus 4.1, and I will give you credit. You have the opportunity with the Suns tonight. You have them winning 4-1 from last week's bet. If you want to see those videos, of course, they are still on the YouTube page. Do you feel confident you can close that out before we dive into our picks?
I do. I did think about taking Clippers money line here just to lock in a little bit, but I didn't put enough on the Suns to win the series 4-1 before, so I don't care enough. I also still have Middleton for Finals MVP floating out in the ether. Bucks to win the series 4-2, which feels okay, but I'm a little nervous that they just run through it. You also need the Bucks to win the series to complete the final bet that you had on Friday.
Yeah, that's a key one for me. That's to win a couple strips of bacon, as we call it. So I'm excited to get that done. They look good. But we're focused, of course, on Game 5 tonight. Phoenix up 3-1. A lot of opportunities in the player prop world. A lot of opportunities with the series still if you think it could get maybe extended. It's your honor. You are right now. I guess we have to call you the champ. What do you want to do? You want to go first? You want to go second?
I'll go first because that seems to be working so far just for both of us, if we're being honest. Yeah. One strip of bacon going to over 6.5 points, minus 120 for Patrick Beverley. Now, it appears that I am on a bit of an island here after looking around, but I'm okay with it. I have him projected for 9.3 points in 32 minutes, so I'm getting almost 3 additional points in my projections over the line. He played 34 minutes in Game 5 and surprisingly only had 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting, but in the grand scheme of things, no one scored in that game, so I can't be too mad about it. It doesn't need too much more above 2. It is the top expected ROI prop on OddsShopper right now. I did not know that prior to making my pick, but it certainly made me feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah, Beverly's a guy that they seem to be pretty comfortable going to. Rondo's kind of fallen out of that rotation. I have some interest in Beverly. You're going to hear his name throughout the show, I guess. I'm starting with, I'm going to say an equally uninteresting prop, but we don't care how interesting it is. We care if it wins. I'm going to Jay Crowder, over 9.5 points, minus 102. And this is a situation, it's just one strip of bacon here, basically a toss-up. I look at this, and the first thing that stood out, it's a hanging line. Most of these books have it lined around minus 120. I see upwards of minus 130. There's a minus 102 out there. And so right there, immediately, I jump on that. You look at what Crowder's been doing. He's been getting the opportunities. He really just hasn't shot too well. 1 of 8 in Game 4, which was honestly the status quo. Everyone was awful in Game 4, but the opportunities are there, particularly from 3. The minutes are secure pending he stays out of foul trouble. He's played 32 minutes average in this series, and I think we get a healthy amount of volume tonight. So I'm going to say that he can get into double digits, especially when you consider that I'm only trying to cash this, roughly 50%, north of 50% of the time.
All right, so this was going to be the third bet that I read, but I'm going to read them in a different order. Huh?
I said, you're moving it up?
I am moving it up. This is not like a confidence interval thing. It's not like No House Advantage in that regard. This was just the order that I had them listed. But one strip of bacon going to Jay Crowder, over 2.5 3-pointers made, plus 130. So I have him projected for 2.5 made threes in 33 minutes. So right away, I am on the number. And now I'm getting plus money at plus 130. He made 3 threes in Game 1. He made 3 threes in Game 3. So I am playing the odd game narrative. I assume that he hits 3 threes again here in Game 5. It wouldn't make any other sense to me any other way. I do think Phoenix wins the game. generally speaking, when you see a team win, you're going to see a guy or two from the edges take a little bit of a step up. I see no reason it can't be Crowder. And I like the fact that you are on his over for points. A little bit of synergy there for us.
So I want to repeat this. We said this last week, and it's not any less true than it is right now. We do not talk about our picks. We have absolutely no idea what we're going to take. I am going for my second pick, and like I said, I'm only betting a half a strip of bacon because I'm getting plus 170. I'm doing the exact same thing that you just talked about with Patrick Beverley, over 1.5 3-pointers. And it's the same situation. You know, you like his over with the points, and I kind of like it too, but I found myself saying, all right, if he is going to clear that number, how is he going to do it? I think it comes with some good 3-point volume, and all he needs is 2 at plus 170. You're getting a huge number there. Now, of course, it's pretty lofty, but it's one of these situations. If you like Beverly's over with points, you kind of have to like plus 170 for over 1.5 threes. So just a half strip of bacon for me, but the outcome there, I think we'll have the opportunities, and I'm really just banking on if he has some wide open looks here, he'll have the chance, and at plus 170, that's more than enough value.
I'm clearly a fan. I looked at it as well. I ended up going with the points bet. By the way, I don't know if I said it for the first one. I feel like I didn't. It's one strip of bacon for everything that I have today. Don't want any confusion here. Final bet for me. I'm taking a page out of your book. I don't remember which day you did it, but you definitely did it. One strip of bacon on under 214.5, minus 105. It's never fun to cheer for an under, but this series feels like the kind of, well,
it's
that's
so
good.
Fun.
That's true. It's more fun to cheer for an under if you're around people that need other things. That's when it gets really good to me. Clippers are the slowest team in the league. Suns are the 5th slowest team in the league. 3 of the 4 games have gone massively under this number. Game 1 blew it out of the water, 234. Game 2 was 207. Game 3, 198. And Game 4, the absolute stink bomb, 164 real points. I think Game 5 is going to be a slow defensive game again. To get to 214.5, that would be incredibly surprising to me. So I have no problem just grabbing the under and assuming this one is more of that slow-paced slog affair, looking like old basketball.
I love old basketball. I have no feel on the total. I stayed away from it. I hope it goes under because I like watching ugly basketball. I am going to a spot that I'm not going to say I've been waiting for this, but I will say I've been going to the opposite side of this prop a lot. I did over the weekend, which I'm not going to add this to the record, but I do want to say in our premium Slack chat, Dropped had a really good day Saturday with these exact props. This was not on video, of course, but one of the many reasons you should get inside the ropes. But they have moved this line, and it's Devin Booker's made 3-pointers. It has been 2.5 over under every single game. It is now down to 1.5. And of course, the over is juiced, but it's only minus 162. And yes, that is some juice, but this is a situation I've kind of been waiting for this. I'm going to immediately buy back and go over this. I think Booker, yeah, he's been bad from 3, there's no doubt, but he's at home. The opportunities are going to be there. Of course, he has the green light. And if this game stays even remotely competitive, coming off a game where you just mentioned they scored 164 points total, I think clearly there's some regression on all these teams. They will shoot better from 3. And it is a monumental difference, I think we all understand, between 2.5 and 1.5. So even though I'm laying juice, this is going to be to win one strip of bacon. I feel very confident that Booker bounces right back. And I'm going to take advantage of, I think if this does go to a game 6, this will be the only game that you will be able to get the 1.5 at this kind of volume.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm expecting a big day out of Booker. I don't get the sense that he's going to be very happy about having some down games. So I think he's gunning, and I think those shots fall. So I'm with you. Go Phoenix tonight, by the way.
Yeah, go Phoenix. I'm with you.
We are not done yet, though. It is time for the side of no house advantage. And normally this is going to be one pick on either side for us, but I do want to mention 2 separate things. And this first one, I don't know how relevant it is going to be, but I think you can sneak it in on a technicality. So this is my technicality one. No house advantage has Rajon Rondo props at under 13.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. I don't know if he plays, and that is not going to be helpful if he doesn't. But if he sneaks on the court for a single second at all, that bet will cash. He is not going to be out there long enough to put up 13.5 points plus rebounds and assists. But that is not my firm one because I just don't know if he sees the floor, and then it becomes a bit of a problem. So I'm going to the guy that we talked about a little bit earlier, Patrick Beverley, over 12.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. I have that number massively ahead of that. I believe that I'm in like the 17 range, which feels pretty aggressive, but I'll take it either way. I'm just heavy on Beverly tonight, and apparently you are as well. I think he soars over it. To me, this is the one that I want to put in that 7-point prop spot on No House Advantage.
Well said. Yeah, Rondo's the wild card. They would have to change their rotation and find something. That's the only thing that freaks me out, because it would come at the direct detriment of Beverly, who I do really like. But I'm not going to try to predict what happens. I think more likely than not, it's similar and Beverly gets the opportunity. I'm right in line with you. I went to Beverly over 1.5 assists on No House Advantage. Same concept. In the betting markets, this is lined at minus 170 for the over. And No House Advantage, you don't care about that. You just care whether it goes over and under. So that just speaks to the volume the value right there. You're not having to lay minus 170. You're just picking, is he going to get 2 assists or less? And to me, he's going to clear that number. He will have 2+, particularly if he's out there for 30+ minutes. And I think that's a pretty good outcome and probability. So we are both heavy on Beverly tonight. I think we want him to play well, but the Suns to win. I think that's the ideal path. I'm kind of excited that we are in line, lock and step today.
You and me both. That leads us to a path of we're either going to clean our plates or we're going to have to throw them away covered in food, apparently. One way or the other, that's going to be happening. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, I think one of the things, of course, we always preach, and this is why we're not going to just give you win and loss. We're going to give you units. It's about the numbers, a lot of these. Take advantage. If you have some of these books and whatnot, take advantage of these hanging numbers. They move quickly. There's opportunities there. And more importantly, again, get inside the ropes, even if it's just for a week. We have so much going on. We update these things, certainly in our premium sports betting channel. I will be in there closer to lock. If something changes, if we get a weird starting lineup, things obviously are going to impact, and you want to make sure you have that latest news. So the best way to do that is to join us. We love the community. There's a lot going on outside of the NBA, and I'm going to make a comeback this week. I will assume control of this little breakfast menu, even though, again, it is a team effort, and I'm glad we are both plus units right now.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I'm happy for you to be the Robin to my Batman, and that's where we're at right now.
Which Batman? Like Michael Keaton Batman? Or are you going like George Clooney Batman?
No, Bale. I'm Batman.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah. They didn't even have a Robin in that one, so who am I now?
Well, maybe he'll come back. I don't know. That's great. Besides the point.
Good job.
Thank you guys for joining us on another edition of the Breakfast Menu. We will be back again tomorrow, doing it all over again, and hopefully we're coming off some clean plates. Good luck tonight, everybody. We'll catch you again tomorrow morning.